5K has to be one of my favorite and most hated distances.
I couldn't agree with you more there, Mo. Kind of hate a 5K.
Well, fingers crossed today will get you loving the 5K. We're gonna do one of my favorite workouts that helped me get a 5K 16-minute, 20-second PB. You ready?
Yeah, but I'm not going to do a 60-minute 5K, right?
No, of course you are. Let's go.
What? No, mate.
Let's go.
Mate.
Okay, so when I set my sights on running a sub 16:30 5K, the biggest thing that helped me in training was practicing my goal race pace. So that is exactly what we're going to do today with Tom. Tom's goal is to run 27:30, so that means our pace is around 5:30 to 5:40 per kilometer or 8:51 per mile. The workout we're going to be doing today is an interval session that I've managed to adapt as my running goals have changed. So we're also going to adapt it to your training today.
Okay.
Warm up basically done. You ready to go into it?
Oh, I guess so. Should we give it a go?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
All right.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so we've just finished the 1K warm up, and when you are doing a workout like this, it's so important to get your warm up in, especially when you're doing an interval. If this is the first time you're doing this workout, then you can do 4 to 5 intervals, but we are doing kilometer interval repeat at race pace. For me, when I was doing this, I was doing 7 or 8 reps, and today, me and you, Tom, are gonna do 6. These kilometer reps have to be at your target race pace, and you take about a 2-minute walking or jogging rest in between. I did also actually forget to mention that we end with a 5-minute or so cool down to make sure that we cool our bodies down after the workout. It's a crucial part. Practicing race pace is going to help you come race day. A 5K PB can feel hard from the first step, so it's key to make sure you don't go off too fast. And so getting used to hitting that pace straight away is really going to help you in that first kilometer of your 5K. And that's 1K done into our walking rest.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
That was a bit of a baptism of fire. It's the fastest I've run this year so
Fantastic. Well, the key with this workout is to get really, really good at hitting those race paces. So the one thing I'd highly recommend is using a lap pace on your watch compared to your live pace, because then you can get an average of the pace you're currently running in. There's no sprint finishes here. We're just trying to be as consistent with this pacing as possible.
Okay, so no neggy splits?
No neggy splits.
Okay.
2, 1, beautiful. That's rep number 2. We are about to start.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question quick because I've got limited time before I can
Go for it.
Go. Obviously, you didn't go from 30 minutes to 16:20 in one go. So how long did that process take? And was it your sole focus, or did you do lots of other types of distances in between?
Great question, actually. Obviously, when it comes to
I've got nothing else.
when it comes to a 5K or any sort of distance in general, patience and consistency are the 2 biggest things that are really going to help you and guide you through this. For me, it took, give or take, about 4 years. Some people can do it a lot quicker, and some people might take a longer time to be able to chip away at that. But yeah, from my first bit of running to getting that 16-minute 25K, it's about 4 years. And no, I wasn't targeting specifically the 5K that whole time. I was doing multiple different distances, which gave me more paces. And I think when you have different paces you can tap into, like faster stuff than your 5K and slower and longer stuff than your 5K, that's probably the best way to become more of a well-rounded runner. Almost there, Tom, and that's it. Well done. All right, round number 2, complete.
You keep saying this, your body will find this a familiar pace. That's a lie. Oh, hopefully it does.
Well, that's the point of this training, is to make this pace as familiar as possible.
Yeah.
You should, ideally, by the 3rd or 4th time you do this workout, be very, very comfortable knowing that you are hitting those paces without even having to check your watch. The paces should still be uncomfortable to hit, but you should know how it feels in your body when you are hitting them. Ready to go into rep 3?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh God, no, I was joking.
I often find it useful to think of your workouts in the same way you think about a race. The middle of a 5K is really hard. You still have so long to go, your legs are on fire, and you have to keep a strong head. The same applies in a workout. Reps 3, 4, and 5 are the hardest reps to get right. But if you can get these right, then you're putting yourself in a great position for race day. So Tom, we are well into rep 3. How are you feeling?
Kind of Kind of okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good, that's how you're supposed to be feeling. Rep 3 technically is the one where things get a bit easier because you've done it already twice before, you know how you're gonna feel, you're warming up, your body's getting used to running at this pace. So you're in the thick of it, you know?
Take your word for it, mate.
Let's go, last 100 meters. Can you see the finish line?
Miles away.
There we go. Beautiful. Do you know the prize of interval work? There's another interval. So soak in this recovery. How are you finding 5K training?
I think the hardest thing is just like, I talk about it all the time, that mental barrier, like when it gets tough, when it gets hard,
Yeah.
I will tend to give up rather than push through.
Yeah.
So how, like you said, it took 4 years for you to go from 30 minutes to 16:20. How much failure was in that? How much like overcoming more mental than physical barriers was there?
Well, we have 5 seconds left of this recovery, so I'll tell you on our next rep. Yeah, so to answer your question, Tom, it did take a while, but I do think specifically with this kind of training, intervals as well, it does train your mental quite a lot. Just know that the same way the physical can develop and get better, so can the mental. We can train our minds to endure a bit more pain. And sometimes just running with people helps, especially when you can't bring yourself to do the session. Having someone there that is either stronger than you or the same pace as you, and knowing that someone else is also suffering with you, anything that you can do to make it easier or funner is the best ways to make it more sustainable. But also knowing that it is in the hard reps and it is in the grind and the graft that you do get like a lot stronger, both physically and mentally. So a workout like this is perfect to train both. Cool. Tom was doing so well in this workout. I would highly recommend dragging a friend out to help. It really helps motivate you through a hard session, especially if it's cold and you're lacking a bit of motivation. We're currently going at 5:40s. We want to be going at 5:30s, but we can build. Add 5 seconds on, and then 5 seconds on the next time as well. But the goal is to try and be as consistent as possible with the intervals, so you can get a rough gauge or a good gauge as to where you'd want to be come race day. This workout is super adaptable. The reps should be at your race pace and you can adapt how many to do. Compared to race day, you have rest in between, so that's why you might want to do more than 5. Or you can keep it to 5 reps and reduce the rest down to 60 seconds. And that's us. Beautiful.
Oh, that's so hard.
We only got 5 and 6, 2 more to go, and then we're done with this workout. You can go home, relax, chill. I promise you, you will feel better having done this. So penultimate rep, probably the hardest rep we're gonna have to deal with.
Harder than the 4th?
Harder than the 4th, but once this
man.
one's done, just 1 rep left. So just think about that. Like mentally, this should be the hardest, but physically, it might be one of the easier ones. You ready? Let's go. I know you're stepping out your comfort zone, but this is where growth happens. Again, both physically and mentally. Big push. Last bit. And we are done. Okay, walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. Oh. Good work, Tom. How are you feeling? Glad for this to be over?
Oh, it's lunchtime soon, right? Oh yeah, I'm quite excited for it to be over.
I'm also very excited.
Like, kind of also, you're right, kind of got used to that, like, kind of pain and effort level, so it feels a lot easier, ironically, now, even though it's really hard, than it did at the first and second K.
Yeah. Well, we've got 15 seconds left.
15 minutes.
15 seconds.
So 50 minutes.
And we're into our last rep of the day before we go into our cool down.
Oh, there's a cool down. Oh.
The cool down should be nice and easy. Last rep, Tom. Let's go. Just stay with me the whole rep, Tom. We want to empty the tank. We want to finish this feeling accomplished, feeling strong, and feeling positive. I love training and seeing what I'm capable of. 5K is the distance I started with, and it's always the one I come back to try and improve. I'd love to know, what's the distance you've worked on the most, and what distance are you training for right now? Let us know in the comments. We're actually a bit too quick, which just goes to show mentally, once you know it's the last rep and you want to empty the tank, you tend to have more than you think. So if anything, we're trying to hold Tom back for this rep. All the way, 50 meters. Let's go, we're counting down. 40, 30, 20, last 10 meters. And that's us. Well done, Tom. Woo! Chest up, Tom. Let's walk it out. Let's walk this recovery. And then, yeah, into our cool down. How are you feeling? How was that?
Oh, it's a weird one, isn't it? Like in the moment, it feels impossible, but then as soon as you stop, I don't know, you recover quite quickly. So
Yeah.
you soon forget how tough it was.
Yeah.
But, oh man, that's hard.
It was hard. You left everything out there. And yeah, I'm proud of you, Tom, man. That was good.
Thanks,
That was a
man.
good workout.
Thanks for taking me through the motions, because, you know, easy day in the office for you, mate.
I put the Mo in motions, that's what
The Mo emotions. Is that what it is?
We're not done quite yet. We still got to do the boring stuff, which is the cool down, but just as important as the rest of the workout.
Why is that? Why is that important, man?
Because we just want to make sure that we're not tensing up. We don't want to stop exercise immediately. We want to give our body time to flush out all that lactic acid that we've been building up throughout this workout, and we want to reduce our risk of injury and, you know, live to run another day. And the best way to do that, or to ensure we're capable of doing that, is by cooling down or warming down, depending on who you are. Yeah, we'll get right into it.
All right.
Let's go, 5 more minutes of exercise and we're done. Tom absolutely smashed this workout. I'm so proud of him. But if you like this video, but you want to focus on a half marathon instead, then make sure you watch this video here, where James actually used this workout to knock a whole hour off his half marathon PB.